It's fun. I think maybe like 3 times we actually all clapped at the same time. If Tyler wasn't purposely doing it like on one or like a really quiet
I
one.
think I just get latency.
It could be. Uh, is this fan gonna bother anybody? Is it too loud?
I don't hear it.
No. Okay. Everybody
Me?
says they can't. Yeah. Can you hear this fan?
The sound?
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Yes.
I take it you can hear it. Okay.
Yep.
Ruby, why'd you tell me you
What?
couldn't hear?
I can't hear it.
That was funny.
It's not a problem. It's really not a problem to hear the sound.
Okay.
It's funny. It's like a rumor.
I got a. Joe, it's like you got a Roomba in your office. I call
Yeah,
it Scooter.
Roomba. Yes.
It goes around.
Trevor. It's
I was
Trevor.
about to say everyone's scars from Trevor.
Oh man, that was such a fun quest. I only made
Haven't
that
done
run.
it yet.
I made it through one time, and the other time when I got mine, I got carried to the outbreak because, well, actually, to tell you the truth, I found outbreak randomly in a hallway halfway through that mission, where everybody else ran to the end and fought the boss. All they had to do was just wait in that hallway, and it appeared. That's a joke, actually. They went and did all the work. They two-manned the boss, and I ended up getting it at the end.
Nice.
I like to joke. All right, let's put a quick Twitter. We'll do a couple announcements.
All the tweets.
The tweets. Yes, this is my email.
I got this for the challenge later. Oh, you can see it.
You totally disappeared. Oh, nice.
I was about to say I can see it when you held it further back.
Yeah, it's really cool. I have a background of my own artwork now. I thought it's funny.
It looks really awesome.
Thank you. It's better than my real background, just a wall behind me.
You mean like these lovely drapes?
Oh. Do.
Someone scratched my microphone. Hmm.
Weeded.
Okay, there's that.
Goodness. Silence.
Silence.
I'm really glad you just said that. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Alright, it says Pixels has no. There we go. And then I'll grab the project to do that too. Maximum.
I don't think you have enough artwork.
Hmm?
I don't think you have enough artwork in your office.
I know you
Couple of cracks between those frames that you should be filling.
My goal. Well, it's funny you say that. My goal this week is I'm gonna rearrange the art prints on the wall because I have so much artwork. I wanted to put them all in frames, and now I have so many mismatched frames.
Mm.
I started buying just black ones and clear ones, and I'm gonna start switching them out and reorganize the wall so there's really no cracks. But yeah, it goes all the way up,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's more hiding over here. There's like 3 more. There's 4 right there, 3 over there, another 6 or so over there. I got a couple frames ready to go I got them everywhere. And then I still have a barrel full of more prints there.
Oh, gee.
So it's like,
So
I don't know how, but they're all gonna go up somewhere.
on the ceiling, you hanged them.
Well, I still have to.
Space.
I have to finish renovating one bedroom this week. I gotta finish doing a couple of final details on it, and then after that, I have the okay. I'm gonna start renovating the office, which I'm gonna get everything set to where I want it, and I'm gonna have to take it all back down because I'm gonna be ripping the walls out, ripping the ceiling out, ripping the floor out, and put in a new floor, new walls, new ceilings, and new windows all the way around. So.
Don't forget the on-air blinky light.
The on-air blinky light and the air conditioner unit that's going to be mounted right there.
Oof,
Air conditioner / heater. It's going to be awesome.
that is cool.
I'm going to spend way too much money on an office. True story. All right. Well, hey, welcome everybody. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Ace the man. All right, we'll get going. If everybody is all set. Any questions or anything before we get rolling? No?
Nope.
Okay.
This is 15. 15.
Host Pixels after dark. I don't have permission. Why don't I have permission? I'm not worried about it. All right, so we'll do a quick clap and then we'll go into an introduction, just a brief hello, and then we'll dive right into it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, indeed. Yay!
Tyler's ready.
Tyler is ready. He's ready to go.
Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers. Spirit fingers, indeed. All right, so in honor of his spirit fingers, we will get going. All right, so we'll do a 3, 2, 1 clap, and on 3, just clap, and then we'll do that for a marker, and then we'll dive in. All right, and that'll just mark where I start to start the editing when we actually started. So if you're ready, 1, 2, 3, clap. That was really good.
Yeah.
It actually all synced up. All right.
We're getting better.
We are, indeed. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for tuning in again to Pixels After Dark. I'm one of your hosts, Joe. With me, as always, is TC Illustrations, Tyler,
Hi.
and the wonderful, talented, charismatic, pixelated traveler herself, Ruby.
Hi.
Was that too much?
Too many words.
Too many words.
Well,
She looks offended.
She did look offended. She's like, what?
She's like, don't describe me in nice ways.
I'm going to edit all that out. No, I'm kidding. It's all staying. Well, thank you for tuning in with us again. We are not alone today, and for the first time, we are recording Pixels After Dark before dark, which is really interesting to us, but there's a good reason for that. We have a great guest with us tonight who took time out of their busy schedule and worked with us with the time zones. She is actually lives in Germany and is coming on to chat with us. Painthisice. Pain, how you doing?
Her mic.
Oh, she's muted.
You're muted, Pain. Click on the bottom left icon.
Sorry.
There we go.
Oh, you're fine. Trust me,
Oh my
it
God.
happens to me all the time.
All the time.
All the time. No
Hi.
joke.
Or the
Hi.
opposite when you forget you're not muted.
That's happened a bunch of times.
For the
Pain,
record, it
thank
is
you.
after dark for her,
You're,
FYI.
you know
So,
what? Good point. Good point. With the time zones, it's around 9:30 over in Germany, over in the UK. And Pain, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Whee!
I have to thank you for this really cool stream with me.
No problem. Thank you for being a part of it. If you don't mind, we'll dive right in. For those that might not know you, would you be up for telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yes. Hello, I'm Painthisice. Um, I'm really excited to be here, and it's my first stream about me when I'm a digital artist, a passionate artist. Yes, I have some problems too. I'm just a little bit afraid. I hope it's not a problem.
Not at all.
It's really my first time speaking about myself, what I'm doing, and it's not easy. I'm I do a lot of digital artworks about my favorite game, Destiny. I fell in love with this game, and I think I found my passion in this game. I did many paintings before I knew this game, but it's not the same. I think now I found out what I really want to do in artworks. I mean, I'm a passionate digital artist.
Nice. Did you have any formal schooling or training for art?
Not really in school, not. It's bad, but I I'm a self-learning artist with many tutorials from YouTube from other artists. One of my favorite artists is Vlop. I hope I speak this right. And I watched so many tutorials and I tried all the things by myself. I began to draw on Painthisice, and yeah, I painted also on Krita and now on Photoshop, and yes, it's always a self-learning project for me.
How long have you been drawing?
I began to draw when I was 8 or 10. I began to draw classical with paper and color pencils, and when I was 14, I began to draw digital for 10 years now. I'm 24. I draw for 10 years on PC with a tablet. Yes.
Very cool.
what kind of things did you draw when you started drawing? Was it also fan art or your own stuff or?
I began to draw a lot of dragons and landscapes, but when I played Ratchet and Clank when I was 12, I did my first fan art about Ratchet and Clank, and I think this was the beginning to do more in art, and that's why I do a lot of fan art today. I think the most artworks I have are about Destiny.
Yeah,
Yes.
you put them out really fast. Like it's really impressive how quickly you finish paintings.
Oh, thank you.
I love how much like you can with your Destiny art, you capture a lot of emotion with the subjects that you put in. There's a lot of pieces that you've created, like the Rise and Fall, the War Priest one in the rain. I
Hmm.
love that piece, and I love the textures in it and how the rain's coming down. But there was another one with a Titan with his fist. He almost looks like he's in pain, and he's bringing his super forward. But a lot of your pieces, I mean, they're just amazing. I love the lighting and how they flowed. The most recent one that you put out, it's a Vex hobgoblin like teleporting through a portal. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. And you did it in like 3 phases too, because you had them like going into the portal, crossing through it, and then it was like a galaxy type design tied into it, and then you made it like come to life with a program where it gave it movement to it. It was just so awesome.
Thank you.
How long does it usually? How long does it typically take you to finish a piece from beginning to end?
Oh, that's a difficult question. It's a matter of what I want to paint. Sometimes I just need hours, like 5 or 8 hours. I had one painting about Star Wars. I painted Captain Phasma. I hope I speak this right.
Hmm.
I just needed 1 hour or so. It was a really fast painting. I just painted like what I'm feeling in this moment. And I also had some paintings where I needed over 10 hours or sometimes 15 or 20 hours when I want to add so many details.
Hmm.
Uh,
So it ranges depending on how much detail you want to put into a piece. All right.
you mean, yes?
Oh no, I was just adding to that. Just it ranges from piece to piece how long it takes.
Yeah, I think for the most paintings I need between 5 and 10 hours.
Hmm. What's your preferred medium to draw on or create on?
I have a Wacom tablet for PC, and what I'm drawing will. It's difficult to explain. I'm just drawing on a tablet, and what I'm drawing is on the screen than on PC, and I prefer to draw with Photoshop, and I also animate some of my artworks in Photoshop with a timeline. I found this timeline out some days ago or a week ago. It was really cool to do
Hmm.
this. I just want to give my fans more than just an still artwork. I thought it's cool to bring more life in my artworks with some animated effects.
That's awesome.
That's really awesome.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I was just praising how much I love that last one. Yeah. Uh, that's great. When you're creating and working on a piece, do you listen to anything? Is there anything in the background that's playing, like music or TV show? What typically do you have on?
I really, really love to listen to epic music or like powerful dramatic music, like Two Steps from Hell or Audio Machine. It's or soundtracks of Destiny or other games. I really love deep, dramatic, intense soundtracks with um, a chore in the background. I mean, I made a, a collection of my favorite songs on YouTube for everyone. I can share this to you if you want.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh, yeah, I'd be down to listening to.
I love that kind of music too. Like the choir and like orchestra, like really intense movie soundtracks.
I have over 500 favorite tracks.
Whew.
I collect them over the years. I think is it right, or is it okay when I share this link here in the chat?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
No? Oh, wait. Yes. Here you can see my list of my favorite soundtracks.
Awesome.
Nice. I'm gonna be drawing later today, so I might have to listen to that.
I like how music can, certain kinds of music can really bring emotion into whatever you're working on.
Mm.
I mean, it's inspiring, but also helps bring a lot of those feelings that you want to convey in a piece to the surface and transfer it onto it.
There's actually a funny story really quick. This is kind of a sidetrack, so if you want to edit this out. But my high school art teacher was going for his doctorate degree in art theory, and his thesis was on how music can affect artwork. So he used to use our class as like a test subject basically, and he would play different genres of music while we were painting. And it was interesting how the paintings would actually change based off of what he was playing for that week. It was really cool.
Yeah, I know. It's really, really powerful to listen to dramatic music if you want to draw something sad, like my painting Rise and Fall, or the one painting I created some weeks ago about the cable with his war beast in the rain, and he put his hand on the war beast, on the dead war beast. I listening to really sad music when I draw things like this, and it's so intense and powerful.
Yeah, that one was really sad. It made me look at my dog and be like,
Oh.
I had to go hold him real quick.
I love that piece too, because it's an emotional side from the universe and Destiny that you never really see. You never see the impact that all this would have on the Cabal, like, and also their pets or companions. So seeing him like mourn for his war beast was like, oh, well, I feel really bad at doing that Leviathan raid now. You know?
It's so true. I forget who, someone did something with the hive with like the little baby worms. It was like a hive like wizard, and she was like caring for all the little worms, and then it showed guardians like stepping on them. And like it was like a comic, and I was just like, now I feel really bad when I shoot them. Like now I don't want to shoot them.
I don't feel bad for the hive.
Oh, come on, man. They're just little insect guys. They're just fine.
They're just little insect guys that want to, destroy you and take your soul and everything. No, that's
Turn you
kidding.
into crystals.
Yeah, turn you into purple crystals to sell as jewelry at
And
flea
then have
markets.
other guardians shoot you.
I think there's this orbit.
We're going real deep.
No, but it's great. It's so great. There's this lore bit on, I think, the Elixir, where they're saying that, hey, you take the ether from our children. It's like, my goodness. Is that what you're starving your kids? No.
I want the very end of Destiny to be a giant twist, like we were the bad guys the whole time.
Something, right?
Hey, wouldn't that be funny?
That would be interesting. But then I want the choice if you want to keep doing this or if you want to start being a good guy.
Maybe.
Well, in the game, it almost looks as if it's heading that direction now, because now you have to pick sides with the Vanguard, or you got to pick sides with, the Drifter. That's like step one, phase one, like Marvel. Phase two is now Callus is kind of trying uniting in this, and it's deep. We could have an entire podcast talking about Destiny theories.
You're right. Okay.
To be honest, there are podcasts dedicated to Destiny lore theories.
I should listen to more of those.
Focus Fire Chat. It's a great one.
That is a good one.
It is a good one. Blue's a great guy. I love all of them on that team over there. But I think I derailed us enough.
Just a little.
Does anybody, before we get moving on into the body of the rest of the show, does anybody have any questions off the top of their head?
Not off the top.
I got one. Pain, where exactly in Germany do you live? Like, abouts?
You mean where, in which village I live in Germany? Or what do you mean?
Yeah, like I live in upstate New York in the U.S. You know,
I live between Berlin and, in German we call this Brandenburg.
Yeah.
It's so funny to speak in English about my own country. Yeah, it's officially it's Berlin, but I'm on the cross from Berlin to Brandenburg. It's more
Yeah.
scenery with so many fields and nature. It's not the big town. It's
in the country.
yeah, it's more a country, not a
Urban
town.
or city.
Immense.
Yeah, it's not a big city here where I live. It's more, yeah, it's a country. Much
Nice.
nature.
Nice.
A lot
That's
like
great.
We always get roped in with LA, and it's not LA at all.
We get roped in with New York City, and it's like a massive state, and it's like, you're from New York? New York City? No. You know, it's like this massive state.
That was me as a
No.
kid.
The rest
Whenever someone would say New York, I always just pictured the city. And then when I got older, then I found out New York's like a majority trees. The city's like a very small part of New York.
Yep.
It's like a fraction the size. No. All right, that's awesome. Well, thank you for answering those questions for us. We're going to roll in and dive a little bit deeper. Tyler, you want to bring us into research?
Yeah, let's get into the meat and potatoes. So we know you listen to dramatic music to get like a feeling for a painting. Do you ever do any research for a painting, or do you kind of just dive right in? You already know what you want to draw.
Oh, you mean
Like, do you have to look up references or,
Screenshots and all that.
yeah, or do you already know what you want to draw and you just start drawing?
oh, I know what you mean. If I just searching for some other artworks before I paint, or I think when I want to start a fan art from Destiny, as an example, I'm searching for some things in the game. I also love to play this game, and yeah, I read many things about it, and it's I I try to explain what I want to say, but I think I just research for some things in the game before I want to
So you
draw.
like play in the game to get your kind of references and stuff?
Something like this, yes.
Very cool.
Uh,
That seems more fun than just like Googling it, like actually playing the game instead and getting your references that way. Because I know a lot of people, they just go online and they, type it in the search bar what they want kind of thing. But it's cool that you actually play the game to find it.
Sometimes, I mean, when I start to draw a fan art, I search for some pictures on Google for the right colors. For some characters, which colors they have, and yeah,
That makes sense. Do you like, who's like your favorite enemy to draw in the game?
Oh, my favorite enemy.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it's really cool to draw. I mean, I'm trying to draw. It's a little challenge for me about the cables. I try to show the set or the feelings of the cable with my Warbeast painting, and that's my personal challenge when I create a fan art of the enemies. I try to show the feelings of the enemies like maybe they are no enemies, and my favorite one, the cable or the cables, I think it feels like they are social for me also. I don't know. Or the fallen. Sorry.
Yeah. I know a lot of people want the fallen to be like good guys because they like them.
I think they are good guys. I hope so. It's really cool.
Yeah. That would be a nice change. Well, didn't in the Outbreak Prime, isn't one of them good?
Yes. You meet him in the basement, the one captain.
So he's a good captain.
He is an ally of the Guardians and whatnot, like a secret ally. I can't remember his name. Maybe somebody in the chat might. That sounds right, but he's the same character from D2 Launch that you have like an option to either shoot a Hive Knight or the captain or both or whatnot. If you don't shoot the captain, you just take out the Hive Knight. He says something in Fallen speak to you and just teleports away. But he comes back with the Outbreak Prime quest.
Mithrax the Forsaken.
Oh, I think I killed them both.
Nice.
I'm a hunter. I mean, it's what we do. We don't think. We just murder.
Well, nice. What we got next?
We kind of talked about it a little earlier, but it was so you use a Wacom tablet and Photoshop. Do you use a screen tablet or is it like oh my gosh, what do you call them? Just a pressure tablet?
I know what you mean. It's not a screen tablet like I can draw on the tablet and see on the tablet what I do. It's just an empty tablet. I put it on my PC, and yeah, what I'm drawing on this tablet, it's on the screen then.
Right.
It's not on the tablet, it's just on the screen. Yeah, that's
Okay.
how I paint.
Do you use like shortcuts on your keyboard at all, or no?
Shortcuts?
Yeah, like the keys. Do you use like any of the keyboard keys when you're painting, like the like B for brush, or do you use it all on the tablet?
Oh no, I have no buttons on my tablet. It's just just a normal tablet. I think it's not
Oh,
the best one.
no, that's
yes.
sorry. I was just gonna say that's even more impressive that you don't have like a Intuos or something, that you're doing it with one of the smaller brands.
I don't use shortcuts on my PC because when I want to remove my brush strokes and I'm using this one shortcut, there always a program is opening when I do this shortcut for removing my brush strokes, and that's I don't know how to change this, and that's why I just don't use shortcuts, but I've learned to draw without shortcuts.
She still only takes 5 hours. Putting us to shame.
You're showing them up.
Yep. That's really cool. Have you used the same tablet since you first got into digital art, or have you tried to like upgrade it as you get better?
I did one upgrade. I used another Wacom tablet, but a smaller one, and I painted on Painthisice and Krita with my first tablet, but I really wanted to upgrade myself in digital art, and I got my second tablet. It's a larger tablet from Wacom. I got it a year ago or so, and I got Photoshop to this tablet. It's
okay.
better for me. I really love to draw with Photoshop and to do the timeline things now in Photoshop, the animations with my artworks.
Yeah, the animations are really cool.
Thank you.
I was just watching the Vault of Glass one that you did, where he's standing at like the entrance to the vault. I really like that one.
That one's great. Is there a favorite brush or tool that you use?
I have a favorite tool. I just have to look what the name of this tool in English is, because my Photoshop is in German.
What's it in German?
What it calls in German?
Yeah.
It's farbig abwählen. It's funny. In English, it's. I have to look. It means dodge in color. It's a tool you can, if you. Yes, it's if you have a dark painting, you can add really cool light effects with this brush, and your dark colors will be lighter and stronger. It's really cool.
Color dodge, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the color dodge tool. Do you use the burn as well, the opposite one of it,
Color
where it
burn.
darkens everything instead?
What I use to dark to add dark effects on a painting.
Yeah,
Or
so in Photoshop there's the color dodge tool which brightens everything, and then
yes.
there's the opposite, the burn tool, which darkens it. Do you
Oh
ever use
yes.
the burn tool?
I tried this out on some paintings, but I I don't like this so much. I always start to draw on black backgrounds or dark gray backgrounds, and uh, in the finish or in the end of my paintings, I start to draw with a color dodge. It's in the beginning when I'm drawing, it's just a little bit difficult for my eyes because it's not so good to draw on or to look on a dark screen for so many hours.
Yeah. That's so you start dark and then you bring all the highlights out of the painting, kind of like traditional charcoal painting.
What do you mean?
So you when you paint, you start really dark,
Yes,
and then you bring the brights out of the dark painting slowly.
yes, that's what I'm doing. I start on really dark paintings and I just add some light effects and light details because I think it's more dramatic when I do darker artworks with
Yeah,
light effects.
that's really unique. I don't think I've ever heard of someone else doing that with digital art.
I think a lot of people start with medium colors and then
Mm-hmm.
either go dark or light, like Monk is pushing and pulling.
Right. That's what I mean. I've never heard of anyone else starting really dark and then pulling it out. You know what I mean? It's almost like scratchboard art.
Yeah. I feel like it creates a mood though. Like you can feel each piece. You can see how it started dark. It's
Mm-hmm.
not a predominance, if that's the right word.
Right. Oh, that's cool because it's very unique to her.
It certainly sets a style.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Oh, hey. Yep. There's a perfect example right there.
Which one?
Oh, if you're looking on a stream, Joe just grabbed one that looks like, is that oryx? And that reminds me, is
Yep.
that Mara?
It's Oryx and
What?
Mara Sav piece that
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
I haven't
Payne
even
made.
seen that one yet.
Yeah, I did not.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I just figured what we were talking about with the light and the dark and where she starts and comes from, bringing the light out of, starting dark and then bringing it all out with the highlights and everything. This was a great example of it if you're watching live, that you can see all those highlights and everything coming from the shadows. So I thought this was a gorgeous piece,
It really is.
along with
Oh,
dozens
this
of
one.
others.
Payne, do you have like a portfolio where all your artwork is that you can link? Because I know you share a lot on Twitter, um, but do you have like just your artwork somewhere?
Uh, I start to share all my artworks like an album or
Mm-hmm.
collage. I hope I speak this right. On ArtStation,
Oh, we're gonna have to get that link.
I'm
I
already on there.
You're already on it.
I'm already on there. I've been looking at her work through there.
Ruby's like a ninja. She works in the shadows.
Let me see about reposting it.
Very.
I think Joe posted it earlier, and that's how I found it. So here it is again.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it's a good idea to share all my artworks on a website because it's not easy on Twitter to share artworks.
Mm-hmm.
It gets lost in other tweets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing though. Anytime you share a painting, it's amazing how many like views it gets. Because I'll watch it and it'll be at 20 when you first share it or something like that, and next minute like 600 people have suddenly seen it. It's crazy.
Oh, it's really crazy. It's also so unbelievable what I reached in all the months and in all this time I started to share my art on Twitter. I'm really so it's incredible for me.
Yeah, no, I think the community really, really loves your art pieces.
And I really, really love this community. I have so many people behind me and they supporting me. It's so unbelievable and I'm really thankful for this.
That's cool.
It's a great community.
Definitely. So, Joe, do you wanna bring in some tips?
Sure. Payne, if you can, for any people starting out in art or aspiring, to be their own artists and find their own. Uh, uh, Shoot, I'm brain farting. My my mind was somewhere else for a second. Sorry. No, I was hyper focused on sharing images. No, let me start over real quick. Payne, what are any tips that you could give to somebody starting out in art?
Um, I have many tips, but I think from myself I'm not the best one. I just try to help if someone asking me for tips. I watched many videos, tutorials from Vlog on YouTube. I can share one where I found the color dodge out.
Is
It's
that
really cool.
Wallop WLOP?
Yes.
Ah, I know the artist. Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, that's a great
Yeah.
reference right there.
He's doing so many really cool artworks. He also have this talent. He can put so many feelings on one artwork, and I really love his style. It's so raw and rustica. It's
Mm-hmm.
an oil painting style, but so cool. I shared one tutorial. My tip is in all my time I doing all the artworks, I've learned it's really important to be patient. I in the past I tried to be done with one artwork in 2 or 3 hours, and I did many things wrong, and I have to learn that I just need more time to do better artworks.
So, main thing is be patient with
Yes, it's
your
really
art, and to
yes.
there's plenty of tutorials and great references that you can learn from YouTube.
I think you can learn from so many tutorials you find on YouTube or by yourself if you try all the tools and brushes out. But you need a long time for this. also needed many times to find the right brushes in painting or the right tools. And I'm still finding so many new brushes when I paint a new artwork or many new tools. And another tip is when you draw on a black background or darker backgrounds, or you're using dark colors. I've learned this from Vlop. It's important to, as an example, if you have a dark background like a dark scenery, a night, it's important to add light colors on the character. It's for the contrast. I hope I'm saying this right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you add a light background, it makes sense to add darker colors in front of the picture on your character or creatures you're painting, and on the light background it's stronger. It looks more powerful. I've learned this from Blob.
That's awesome.
That's really great advice.
Is there any other tips that you'd like to share?
I
know you said you had a couple of them, and I don't want to cut you short because everything you're saying is very helpful to somebody that's starting out. And I love the reference to other artists' tutorials because there's so much you can learn from other artists, and I love where we are in the art communities and communities now where people are more open to sharing their techniques and tips so others can hone their own skills.
I have one step-by-step painting, but I don't know how to share this from my PC to the stream. Or I think it's good to upload this on my ArtStation right now, and so I can share this in the stream.
There's a button in the middle on the bottom. It says share. It looks green. And then from there you can select what screen you want to share.
Okay.
Tap on it once and you'll see a selection of different screens or monitors or applications that you have open.
Right. I lost the stream.
Oh, we broke it.
Uh-oh.
I'm back on the Twitch stream. I hope that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, Zoom meeting. That's where the share button is.
Oh.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
On the right side.
On the bottom, all the way in the bottom, in the middle. It's the only button that's green, so it should be easy to see. If you hover your mouse over the bottom, it should pop up.
Yeah, it's directly under, on my screen, it's directly under Tyler's iPad. And it's along the toolbar with the chat,
Yes.
video, and, mute button. It's right in the middle. It's got like an arrow pointing up. If you click on that, it'll kick up another little window, and you'll have a variety of choices of screens and other windows on your computer that you would want to share.
Alternatively, Alt-S on your keyboard when you're in Zoom.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow, now you're showing us all up, Ruby.
Shortcuts are life.
Instructions.
I think I will open Photoshop to show this one.
Perfect.
Tyler's excited. He's like
That-
perked right up.
Indeed.
I want to try doing the dark background and then bringing out the. It just seems like I loved doing scratchboard back in the day. I just can't afford to like do it consistently. So it seems like that would be like a way to do it without doing it. You know what I mean? Like that's why I like digital art, because it saves so much money in materials, but you still get to have all the fun.
True. I used to love scratchboard. We have some scratchboards in our house still, little bit larger than like index cards that my daughters will play with, and it's like multiple color underneath, so they'll make like cool little designs as they scratch it. But
I remember those. There's like rainbow underneath, right?
Yeah, they're for little ones, and I figured it would be good for them to get them interested in that thing, because it's fun, because they can essentially just scribble on it and make a cool design, but it gets them interested and in creative with it. So if they're interested, if doing that now in the future when they're going through school and they get to maybe possibly scratchboard in high school art class, they'll go, I remember this, and it'll ignite that interest again. But scratchboard art is so cool. I love it. I love cross hatching and stitch. When somebody really excels at that, an art piece can really just come out with it. But coming from
like,
a dark
Ian's been doing a lot of Ian Petsy